It's been 8 years that have passed since the September 11th attacks in 2001. Since then, a lot of evidence has been investigated that suggests and may prove that the September 11 attacks may have been strategic and coordinated attacks that were perpetrated and implemented by factors of our own U.S. government. I'm here with Manny Badillo of the nyccan.org organization. He will be explaining what evidence has been investigated that supports such claims. Manny, it's an honor to have you as a guest on Wize Full Music TV show.
Well, thank you very much, Wize, and I appreciate you having me here to explain a little bit more to the listeners how important the mission of NYCCAN is. NYCCAN stands for New York City Coalition for Accountability Now. And what we've done over the past year is collect over 80,000 signatures from New York City voters. And the signatures we've collected will go on a referendum, hopefully this November, allowing New York City voters to choose yes to a subpoena-powered, impartial, non-political, privately funded investigation of 9/11. This is an event which took my uncle's life as well as 3,000 other innocents, and this is an event which remains an unsolved crime. This is a mass murder, and unfortunately, the evidence in the public forum has been investigated worldwide for close to 80 years now. Differs tremendously from the story the United States government has told us.
Wow.
So it's vitally important that we, as U.S. citizens, uphold our constitutional obligations, ensure that we get the answers from our government, the government that has been tasked with investigating a crime which, unfortunately, was an incomplete investigation. The head of a 9/11 Commission, Thomas Keane and Lee Hamilton, both said it was incomplete. It's just a first draft of history, and that they were blocked from receiving a lot of information that could have helped get to a much better result of the only public inquiry which took place. Unfortunately, the mission statement of the 9/11 Commission was a complete and thorough investigation and an ongoing investigation, and it was none of those. What we found is that over 70% of family members' questions were never answered during the original public inquiry. This new investigation we're looking to get started here in New York City, with 80,000 people have signed a petition. It's a democratic action that's about as grassroots as you can get.
Wow.
They want to be able to decide yes to a new investigation.
Let's talk about Building 7. Was Building 7 a building that employed CIA operatives? Building
7, the Solomon Brothers building, the last building that was imploded on September 11th. The building that stood across the street from the main World Trade Center complex, but directly next to the Federal building, which was undamaged and unscathed during the events, fell very neatly, symmetrically, directly into its own footprint at nearly free-fall speed. And in that building was not only the largest field office of the CIA and the FBI in the Northeast, but there were other departments such as the Department of Treasury and also the OEM, the Office of Emergency Management, New York City's main response office for any emergencies. So in that office and in that building were many different workers from different agencies and organizations for the U.S. government. But most importantly, Barry Jennings, a name that we all should know, was in that building on the morning of September 11th and reported explosions going off. He was trapped in the building. He made it to the OEM only to find it deserted. He was with Richard Haas, which was the legal counsel in New York City at the time. He worked for the mayor, Giuliani, who another organization I work with, wearechange.org, we confronted the mayor and asked about how he knew the buildings were going to come down. He refused to give the answer. If he knew, why didn't he tell the firefighters that were trapped in the buildings, get out? There's so many questions that remain unanswered. The WTC-7 is a glaring one. Building 7 came down at 5:30 in the afternoon on September 11th, and it fell straight down directly into its own footprint symmetrically, and the U.S. government still has yet to tell us what initiated that collapse. But beyond that, we all know that fire doesn't spread perfectly evenly to allow for a universal collapse straight down like that into the path of most resistance. We also know that that buildings just don't come down from fire. Fire is not hot enough. An office fire is not hot enough to burn commercial-grade steel. That's why steel buildings are used throughout the world for high-rises and skyscrapers, is because steel is an excellent conductor of heat. So the heat is dissipated throughout the entire superstructure.
Manny Badillo, is there anything else that you would like to relay to our viewers?
Well, I would like to mention that I am more than humbled when I hear of people that are standing up not only throughout this country, but throughout this world. Just go to truthAction.org the 11th of every month. Everyone throughout the world gets together and protests. More and more people are doing it. The trauma is being shed. This was a psychological event, as well as a military intelligence operation at the very least. And this psychological event traumatized us. Well, that trauma is subsiding. We're better able to objectively look at the situation. This cannot go away. There has to be justice for my uncle's murder and 3,000 others, and the 4,000 troops, American troops, plus that have died overseas in our wars of aggression and empire, of the 1 million innocent Muslim families that are bombed out of their homes with our taxpayer dollars. We need to get to accountability. Accountability is vitally important. Transparency. But most of all, the truth of 9/11 not only ends wars, but it also saves lives in the future. I think we all know that we were not given the whole truth about 9/11. And because of that, people are, having to come up with their own conclusions about it. Well, we can very readily look at the evidence that's in the public forum, that physical, scientific, corroborated, substantiated evidence that's there. And we can understand just how the story that we're finding is so very different from what the government told us. So, Wize, I appreciate what you've done. I'm humbled by yourself and so many others that are willing to have family members, first responders, and survivors speaking to their audiences democratically. We can put together petitions in every single one of our cities. We can call every single one of our radio stations. We could start blogs. We could write our newspapers, call our television stations, ask them when are they going to begin to cover this. There's a lot of actions we could take, so I just leave everybody with great hope in knowing that there will be justice and there will be accountability. And empower yourself with knowledge, because knowledge is power.
Do you have any contact information?
Yes. You can go to nyccan.org. There are email addresses. There are web pages. Take a look at some of our latest actions right now. We are continuing this through the court system here in New York. We're hoping that this will be on November's ballot, this historic precedent-setting referendum. Also, wearechange.org is having our annual first responder benefit starting next Thursday here in New York City. So go to wearechange.org/9/1109. Tell others that family members, the majority of us do want a new investigation. We do want justice. We do want accountability. And God bless everyone.
Manny Badillo, it has been an honor to have you on the Wize Music TV show.